Hello. Whilst I'm something that come to mind, thinking about the budget, one thing and another. If you want a bit of advice on what to save, I reckon we should all be saving the 2p's and the 5p's, because I think they're going to be taking them out of circulation, and I think we're going to go cashless sooner than what we all thought we would. I know cashless society was on the cards, but I've got a funny feeling that we're going to be going cashless by the time we come out of probably 2024, and all this stuff starts settling down. And that means if we go cashless, the first thing to go is going to be the penny and the 2p. And as soon as they go, people will want to collect them. People will want to have the mementos and things. So something worth, especially if you haven't got a lot of money, and hello Mark, especially if you haven't got a lot of money, but you want to be able to sort of be a bit sort of proactive and put some stuff away, be able to save something that might be worth something, even though you ain't got a lot of money to spend on it. Pennies and 2p's would be the thing to do. Hello, Lorna. And they would be the thing to do because they'll be the first things to go. Oh, I'm just going to get my vape. What have I done my vape? They'll be the first things to go. Hello, Afterby. Hello, Dennis. So you imagine if there wasn't any pennies and there wasn't any 2p's, you'd suddenly start getting the ones that are worth, say, 2-3 quid each now will start going up to £5 and £10. The 1972, which is already worth a fiver in bad condition, 15 quid to 20 quid, depending on the condition it's in, that would end up going up to like 50 and 60 quid. And it's a penny. It'd be a good thing to sort of put in some... Hi Ian, hope you're wrong about the cashless society. No, it's going to be happening. And it, you know, how are they going to be able... One of the ways they're going to be able to balance the books is they're going to be integrating because we all go online. So when we all go on, we start going down this cashless society route, all your transactions are going to be recordable and be able to be looked at. And so they'll be able to see all the stuff. No, you're all right, Lorna, no worries at all. You're going to be able to see all of the... I forgot what I was now. Look at that, it just went straight out of my head. Mental. I was talking about the cashless society. Oh yeah, you're going to be able to see all of your records. So all of your eBay sales and, you know, money coming in from anywhere, like here, this is all computerized. So we have the memberships on YouTube and all of that's all computerized. Once it's plugged in, the government automatically knows what everybody earns. Imagine that, everybody. Because there'll be no cash. Well, there'll still be cash because people will keep cash for a good few years. But, you know, most of the country will go into a cashless society, cashless route. And of course, you know, you've got the, what's it going to be called? And at the moment, I think they're talking about calling it £1. So I hope they come up with a better name than that. But that is that's one of the things on the table at the minute. And we were already number 4 in the world to go cashless. And they were looking at about 10 years. All of this is just going to accelerate it, I reckon. That's what it will do. And we're heading there faster than you think. A bit of subliminal, dragging all coins. Anyway, so I thought because it's the old budget, it's made some people happy and some people miserable, I should think. And I had a spare half hour, so I thought, oh, come on, we'll do a little giveaway. And see, just to promote a bit more promotion. A bit more promotion's always good. And with not many people on, those of you that are paying the subscriptions have more of a chance because there's less people. So your subscription becomes worth even more. Isn't that fantastic? Your subscription becoming worth even more. Now then, I was gonna, oh yeah. So, do you want to share the stream? If you'd all like to share the stream, ready for a little giveaway, and hit the like button while you're doing it. Let's get the thumbs ups up there. Not forget to have their May. And then we'll have a little giveaway in a minute. And I'll tell you a little trick for the pennies. You want to be saving pennies, and you want to know which ones to save, don't you? Your pennies and your 2p's, because you've all got some knocking about the house, all a bit of thank you very much, Orna. All knocking around the house. You'll all have a bit of shrapnel lying around, and you're going to be getting more of it. So what I used to do was, I think there's even a video of it somewhere on the channel. We used to go down and get pennies and 2p's, but a big bag load, £20 worth it is. So for pennies, that's 2,000, and for 2p's, it's 1,000. We get loads of them. One time, we got £1,000 worth of pennies. Cool, that's an unbelievable amount of pennies. And we'd spread them all out. We'd empty the bags and spread them all out on a table. Put a cloth on the table and spread them all out on a table. Right, and make it so that you make it, you know, put your hands over the coins to make so there's no coins on top of each other. So you've got coins flat on a table. And I bought a fishing magnet, cost about 30 quid. And I got the most knackered baking tray that she had, because I knew that once I started using the baking tray, I'd have to replace it. So I got the knackered one and then replaced it with a new one. That way you get in the good books a little bit. Right, and put a magnet on that side, hold it like that, and just hover it above the table, and all of the steel will go and stick to the bottom of the plate. And what's left on the table when you're finished, oh, and then hold it over a bowl, pull the magnet off, and all the coins drop into the bowl. Nice and simple. Put the magnet back on the table, and then over a bowl, take the magnet off, all the coins fall into the bowl. Nice and easy, see? And then you're left with a table full of nothing but copper. And that's what you want to be saving. And then maybe Yearham, you know, would be your next thing. Yep, I used to use a baking tray, Lorna. That's what I used to use, baking tray. Nice and simple. And it works for 1p, 2p, 5p and 10p. We used to do it all using a baking tray and a fishing magnet, because they made steel 5p's and 10p's from 2011, 2012. So everything before then doesn't stick to a magnet. Hello, Mr. Steve. Hello, Dennis. Share the stream, Steve, if you want to get a bonus. We'll have a little giveaway in a minute. So just share the stream somewhere for those of you that want a bonus if you win. So that's what we used to do. And a penny and a 2p is the absolute cheapest item you could possibly imagine buying, where you don't even miss it, and you could just put them away. So every time you get some pennies and 2p's, just touch them to a magnet. If you don't get that many, just touch them to a magnet. The ones that stick to a magnet, you don't want. All the ones that don't stick to a magnet, you want to put them in a pot to save. And when you're sitting there with nothing to do sometimes, get them out and year them and put them in bags or little boxes, takeaway boxes like you get with your takeaway food, with a label on the front. Because they will be worth a serious amount of money in your lifetime. They will be worth a lot of money. People will collect them, and there'll be a mad dash to collect them once they start taking them out of circulation. Ready for the cashless route. We'll all be cashless. Be walking around touching your phone to pay for everything. To give a homeless person some money, you'll be touching your phone to their phone. You wait. So I've written a number down. Let's see if you can guess what it is. 3, 2, 1, off you go. I can't do that now with the magnet because of the stents. I'm frightened that I'm going to, damage the stents with the magnet. So that's a job I won't be doing again. But it is a good way to separate very quickly your pennies and your 2p's from the ones that are worth keeping to the ones that ain't. I can relax a little bit when there's not many of you in here. Full Monty's worth 100 quid. Hello, Katie. Share the stream quick and start guessing. What number are we up to? Oh, yeah. I was just talking about the pennies. You might want to watch the beginning of this. I was talking about pennies and 2p's and how to save them, and how I use a baking tray and a fishing magnet. And that just easily, any magnet will do though, separate easily the copper from the steel, where it's copper plated, copper coated or copper plated steel. There we go, Mr. Raftree. Mr. Raftree has it at 1938 with number 31. There he is, 31. Well done, Raftree. Raftree. You got 10 for the giveaway. You shared it. You're a YouTube member. Are you gold YouTube? You're a pay it member. Is your YouTube a gold one? And you're not on Patreon, if I remember rightly. Shared, YouTube, gold, and pay it. Yeah. That becomes 50 for you. Number 31, Mr. Dragon Lord. It was number 31. I'm just going to make Mr. Raftree his voucher. So another thing I was thinking of while I'm doing the voucher is I would actually buy them. If I had the money, I am so convinced I would actually buy them. Prize. And so if anybody wants to mess about doing that, right, any penny or 2p that doesn't stick to a magnet, what did you just win? £50. If you want to send it to me, I'll give you 10p per coin in a membership voucher. Let me have a look. Did you put it as well, Steve? Got raft tree. Oh no, it is Steve. Yes, sorry, raft tree. I missed it. It is before raft tree on my phone. You can actually see them both on there. So full apologies, raft tree. But you can see there. And as always, I have to go by what's on my phone. And I've got Dragon All Coins first, which I missed, and Raft Tree. It's falling asleep. Thank you, Raft Tree. I do apologise. I've gone and put myself off and forgot what I was saying now. Good job someone said something, otherwise I'd have missed it. Oops, and it's not for Raft Tree. Wake up, Ian. Ah, now I've got to work out again, actually. What is it you are, Steve? Yes. So, what are you, Steve? £10 for the giveaway. £10 for sharing. You're on YouTube. Are you gold on YouTube? And I know you're on Pay It, but you're not on Patreon. 4 for Steve. YouTube, Patreon, Pay It when shared. Are you gold YouTube and gold Patreon? Just checking. Or not gold YouTube but not gold Patreon? I just need to know that. So I can't remember if you're full Monty or not. If you're a full Monty person, you can remind me. Not gold on YouTube, but I am Patreon. Oh, right, okay. So you're one missing. So you got £10 for doing it, £10 for sharing, £10 for being on YouTube, £10 for being on Patreon, £10 for being gold Patreon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And £10 for Pay It. 6. You're one short. Now, once you go to gold on YouTube, that'll be you with a full Monty then. So that's 6. Cost me more, innit? I'd have been better off if Raft Tree had won. Bloody Stevie Fraser come. These people that come in at the last minute, they come in at the last second, clean up, cost you a fortune. 506. Now you're confusing me. Oh, I'm going to do it again. 10 for the game, 10 for sharing, 10 for YouTube, 10 for Patreon, 10 for Gold Patreon, 10 for PayHip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're one short because a full Monty is 7, right? On 7 things. You're on 6 things because you're classed as being on Patreon because you're gold. So you're gold and you're on Patreon, so that's 2. You're on YouTube. If you was gold, that would be the extra one. I'm not gold Patreon. Ah, see, you're winding me up now. Okay, so it is 5. Gotcha. It's 5. Easy for Ian to get confused. But we'll get there. Yeah, he's not gold on Patreon, not gold on YouTube, so it becomes 5 out of 7. Got it. So you just got to remember, right? Because I'll forget next time I'm doing it, probably tomorrow or the next day I'll forget, and then you can remind me 5 out of 7 I am in, and then that'll be easy. Right, let's just give this to Mr. Steve. Sorry about the way that the angle, it's just that I've got the cable plugged in. And if I take the time to do that, anybody else want to play, you get an extra prize if you share the stream. So if you go and share the stream, we'll play again in a minute. So I don't know if you saw me say that, Steve. I used to use this to sort the change out. 1p, 2p, 5p, 10p. Had a fishing magnet, cost about 30 quid, 35 quid. Put it on one side and then turns the whole tray into a magnet and then just hover it, put them all across the table, hover it across the table. Everything metal will stick to it. Don't pile coins on top of coins, you need them all flat. Because if you've got a metal one underneath a copper one, both of them might spring up. But that's how I used to save all the copper and the 5p and 10p I wanted. So if anybody wanted to do that because they was bored and you want to give them to me, you can post them to me and I will give you 10p per coin in the form of a membership share voucher. So you have to work out what that is, you know, it's 10%, isn't it? So 1,000 coins would be 100 quid. So if you sort out 1,000 coins that don't stick to a magnet, I want the ones that don't stick to a magnet, 1,000 coins, you send them to me and I'll give you a £100 membership voucher. That includes the postage. And or part thereof, 500 coins would be 50 quid membership voucher, wouldn't it? 250 coins would be 25 quid membership voucher. So you can save up those coppers and they're worth 10 times here. Well, the 2p's are worth 5 times and the pennies are worth 10 times. But if you want to save them, because I will hoard them. Given the chance of getting hold of them, I will absolutely hoard them because I know what's coming. And they're going to be worth, I mean, imagine, you know, a few short years. Hopefully I'm still alive, you know, maybe within 3 to 5 years. A lot of those could be fiver. I know don't be thinking about it, it's like you can't imagine it, but, you know, having seen it again and again with different things, it's like knowing that the free toys that are in McDonald's tonight, if you go and buy a burger tonight, whatever toy it is that you get free, if they still do that, it won't be that many years hence before that toy is worth £5 because someone somewhere will want it for their collection. So in theory, you could go in, buy whatever meal you've got to buy to get the toy, and it pays for the meal in a few years' time. Right, everybody shared that needs to share. Should we do it again? Done that one, paid it out. So, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Would you ever do auctions again for coppers? Yeah, I would. I just need to get a few things organised first. But yes, I would do it. So that's another reason why it would be worth saving all your coppers up, because I'll do an auction of some description for it again. But I only want the ones that don't stick to a magnet. And it's pretty good buzz, let me tell you. Sorting out loads of pennies and 2p's and knowing that you're actually getting something for them. There's quite a buzz. We spent hours and hours doing it. And I'll just point out it'll be whatever's first on my screen. And if I make another mistake, it has to go to the one that's first on my screen like it just did. Sometimes it gets all a bit like one of them pictures that you stare at. I used to sell those on the market stall. Anybody's game. If you've got a full Monty, it rounds the prize up to 100 quid. There we go, Katie G. First person I can see at 1953. That's what I wrote. I did it again. I used the same number again, Katie. Got it, number 31. I didn't see anybody else do a number 31. So as long as nobody else has done one before Katie, Katie will be the winner. And I wrote ha ha next to it, look. I thought I'd try and have a go at doing what you wouldn't expect me to do. And I even wrote ha ha on it. Number 31. And let's have a look, try and remember what Katie is. So we get one for the game. You shared it as well, Katie? Shared it, YouTube. Are you YouTube Gold? I know you're on PayHip. So 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4 for you. Katie Gold, YouTube, and PayHip. Okay. One for the game. One for the share. YouTube, YouTube Gold. PayHip 5. 5. That's it. So that's £50 for Katie. Where am I? Let's do Katie a voucher quick. Well done, Katie. I think there's still one on sale, isn't there? Is there one on sale? I don't know when the Great USA Coin Hunt comes off. I think that one's still on sale. I don't know, I've got to think of another one this week. Just send this to Katie. Katie won that one, Mark. Katie won that one, 50 quid. Well done. Oh, pardon me. Did you all see the budget today? I was trying to make sense of it all. Some of it was just can't make sense of it. And I'm trying to work out whether or not there's something I can tap into. I haven't worked it out yet. Now then, we'll have another go in a minute. Why not? We'll do one more, and then I'm going to go and watch a bit of TV. So there. There you go. The Great USA Coin Hunt is 29 instead of 100. That's the one that's on sale this week, the Great USA Coin Hunt. Don't forget, if you add money to it and you end up adding as much as 75 quid, then you'll get half of that back again. Which is a pretty good deal. It's all about getting people to spend. That's what's going on at the moment with the old Chancellor and the government and everything. They've got to get people to spend. They don't want people saving money. Save money, isn't a recession coming? Right then, you ready? One more. And then before I see you again, if you need to upgrade a membership to give yourself some extra bonuses. And then we put a little bit more money my way and in my pocket. Ready? 3, 2, 1 for your last go. Anything from £10 up to £100 you can win. 31. Yeah, I wondered whether or not anybody would go for that. Oh, I know what I needed to tell you, or wanted to tell you, a bit of information, is that the coins, our own coins, so the John and Casper coin and the Captain Tom coin, and all of those coins, they're all going to come with a numbered COA. So the people that have already bought the John and Casper one and had it delivered, I've got to send you a COA when they come. I'm hoping to, I should be able to just search on the system, John and Casper, and find everybody that bought that. So they will all come with a numbered COA. So I think they're a pretty good buy as well for putting something by, or maybe making some money on later, is buy a few of those. At $2.95, some of them will sell at $4.95 virtually straight away. Still ain't seen it. Hello, John. Nice to see you. And there we go. Dragon Lord coin, Stevie Fraser. There we go, number 100. I thought I'd go for the next obvious. Number 100. Look at that. We've gone up to 15 views. We have. Give mine to Raftree, please, Ian. Okie dokie. I will do that. That's nice. Being as we've gone up to 15 watchers, I will do another one. And if you want to share it and it happens to go up to 20 watchers, I will do another one. How about that? So I'll do one more because we've gone up to 15. And if before we go it goes up to 20, I'll do another one. And Raftree is a 50 as well, isn't he? He's a 5. The sooner you lot become a full Monty, the better. And then it'll be easy for me to remember. There we go. That's been sent over to you, Mr. Raftree. And you can set up as well, because you can use more than one coupon at a time, as far as I know. So if you wanted to save them up until you got £3,500 worth and then buy that one that gives you one of each across the board, you could, for example. You just better make a note of all the numbers and write them down. I think the voucher codes are set to run out at the end of December this year. It doesn't leave it blank. You have to pick a date. that's been done. Another job done. It's better when I do it straight away, isn't it? At least then everybody's got it. So yes, I think that's exciting news. Going to get a proper COA with each one, and it's going to be numbered with a signed thing. I messed all these up, so I had to order them again. What a wally. Okay, we'll play one more game. Unless that happens to go up to 20, which I doubt. But if it does, we'll play another one. But we're going to do one more. All right, so if you haven't shared it already and you want the share bonus, you need to share it quick. If you've already shared it, this will get you used to, because you'll never know when I'm on if I'm going to do a giveaway. So what will happen is this will get you used to coming on and then immediately sharing the stream. Coming on and immediately sharing the stream. We get into that habit, I think things will take a different turn. It doesn't matter where you share it, Twitter, Google, Facebook. Right then, let's think of another number. Okay, I thought of a number I did. Can you beat it? Can you guess it? 3, 2, 1. Off and you go. Ah, you got me. You got me, Gary Waring. You got me. Number 50. Look at that. No messing about. He's in there. So while I do this, why don't you share the stream? And if you knock that up to 20 by the time I've finished, because with all of you sharing the stream, there should be 5 people coming. Who won that? Oh yeah. So if you share the stream, we'll do another giveaway if it gets up to 20. Otherwise, I'm going to go and watch a program. Who just won that? Gary. I'm doing that. I don't know how much Gary is. Let's work it out. Gary, help me out. What are you on, mate? Tell me what you're on while I do this. Just remind me. I think I've got it in my head, but I just need reminding. So just remind me what you are. You're on YouTube. Are you gold on YouTube? Gold YouTube, ordinary Patreon, and I shared. Okay, so 1 for the game, 1 for the share, ordinary Patreon, 1 for Patreon, 1 for YouTube, 1 for gold YouTube, 5. So that's 50 quid for you, Gary. That works out too. Make sure I've just done it all right, yeah. Thank you, Mark. So was that interesting? Wasn't too boring for you? Time we all went and got a little bit of TV now. That's what it is. Oops. Done. And you've been messaged. And you've got it now. And remember, when you go spending your vouchers, have a look at what else there is and just have a little workout. Do you fancy it? And if you do, you'll get, and it goes over 75 quid that you spend, you'll get 50% of that back in a voucher for membership. So there you go. Right, thanks very much. Thanks for popping in to see us. It's nice to know you've got a bit of company out there. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye for now. Don't forget Friday, everything's doubled.